19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
You're trying to figure out how to spend your Sunday. You're definitely going to want to listen to what 19 First Alert meteorologist Andy Chillian has to do. A little bit colder this morning as you wake up.
Yeah, temperatures in the 30s right now, and not going to get much warmer than that today. We're definitely going to be on the chillier side of things after that front moved through yesterday. If you were outside at all yesterday afternoon, you may have noticed how quickly it chilled down. It was a pretty impressive front for us, and now we're on the back end of it. Now, the good news is the front has passed through. It's not going to bother us anymore, so we no longer have to deal with any heavy rain. Flooding concerns are no longer there, but we're still dealing with some lingering showers, if not even some snow mixing in. Given these colder temperatures, we're fighting a north wind 10 to 15 miles per hour today, so we will not get out of the 30s. Snow not sticking because we're at least above freezing, but a chill day is in store as we stay cloudy and generally drier as we head into the afternoon. But right now, First Alert Doppler lighting up with mainly rain, but the indications here for maybe a few flakes or at least perhaps some sleet mixing in as well, as this is currently moving across our area. But this is in general a much lighter rain. This would not lead to any additional flooding. That risk is over. Our flood watch has been dropped. Now we just got to wait for the lingering high water, creeks, streams, rivers that are running high to drop, and that will slowly but surely happen as we head into the next couple of days. So here's the front. It has now moved off to the east very slowly. Will continue to move off to the east, also allowing parts of the mid-south to finally get some drier weather after just relentless rainfall and horrific flooding over these past few days. But certainly some severe weather still ongoing across parts of the deep south. So here's what's going on. First Alert Future View locally. We're pretty dry this afternoon despite the clouds and the chill. Temperatures stuck in the 30s. Now there may be a little bit of a light rain or mix that tries to develop late this evening, mainly after sunset rides up from the south and west. So there may be a few melting flakes overnight, even along the lake shore, but no accumulation. We start the day at or a bit below freezing tomorrow. It's dry. It gets to near 50 early in the afternoon, and then there's that next system quickly pivoting in from the north and west. Rain quickly changing over to snow. Now temperatures will be above freezing, so not likely to accumulate, but this isn't coming at the best time. The evening commute, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, we could be dealing with bursts of snow, and that can slow you down out there. And then as temperatures continue to drop, this is where our best opportunity for an accumulation is going to be as we head to as we see some lake effect snow, heading overnight Monday into Tuesday morning, and it's going to be real cold Tuesday morning. So taking a look at our snow tracker, best opportunity for accumulation is with that lake effect late Monday into Tuesday, and we could end up seeing some actual accumulations, 1 to 2, maybe up to 3 inches in parts of the snow belt. Very minimal amounts elsewhere. I also want to give you the first alert on Monday night into Tuesday morning. Temperatures falling well down into the 20s, so I know we've had some blooms out there, things really getting going. If you have any sensitive plants that need to be covered, start thinking about doing that, as not only Tuesday morning, but Wednesday will be very cold as well. It's a cold day for the Guardians home opener, and we stay cool as we head through the weekend with at least drier weather returning.